Okay, so you've got a Google Doc that was sent to you. You have already opened your email, and I'm just going to give you the different words that are typically used within the mail. You're going to have to go, of course, go within your subject area, you down arrow. You're going to hear the link of the document. Sometimes the link and the name is there. I've noticed with the newer ones, depending on the newer versions, only open is there. You've got options. You've got the name of the document, and if you down arrow, you're going to hear Open Docs. So choose one of those links so you can go ahead and open this in Google Docs. And this is what teachers do. Teachers do the work, and they push it out to the kids, and the kids have to open it in their email. So insert tab and listen to where you're at.
Underline flyer 14-1.
Okay, so you just happen to be right on that. If you didn't, you would have had to do a find command for show original and down arrow and all that follow all. Okay, or you can bring up your links and just hit O, and it's either going to be open or open in Docs. So if you know your teacher just sent this to you, that's a faster way of getting there. Okay, let's go ahead and hit enter and open this in Docs.
Enter. Mozilla Firefox about blank carbon underline footprint underline flyer 14-1.docs-google docs-mozilla Firefox.
Okay, if
underline flyer 1.
do not do anything until JAWS, or if you're using NVDA, stops talking, because you want to make sure it goes into accessibility mode, and I heard it pop. So you are in the page. So let me describe your layout of Google Docs. Now remember, Google Docs is just Word, Google Sheets is Excel, Google Slides is PowerPoint. So your layout is you automatically, if you are in accessibility mode, you should automatically pop right into your document. So just down arrow and confirm that.
Blank. Misspelling accident. Can you believe that our average ninth grader emits between 7-10 tons of carbon dioxide per year? What?
Okay, so let's say it did not, and you were not in accessibility mode. You would have to Control Alt Z to enable it. Just Control Alt Z and listen.
Alt Shift Z. Help submenu. Search the
Control. I'm sorry.
Yeah, hit escape out of there. Okay, Control Alt Z.
Why am I doing that?
I don't know.
Because I'm being
Control and Alt with your right hand, Z with your left.
Alt Control Z. Screen reader support disabled.
Yeah. Don't we love that? No, we don't. Control Alt Z.
Alt Control Z. Screen reader support enabled.
Okay. So now you know it's enabled. If it is not, you will not hear the pop. You will not go into your email. It's going to say something like blank. Blank, 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 blank. And boy, we just love that. Okay, so you want to enable your accessibility mode. There's a longer way of getting to the menu, so I'm going to have you do that first. Do you remember the command?
To get up to the file menu?
Not to file yet. I just want you to get up to a menu. Remember, we always want at least 2 commands just in case we forget one.
It's with the.
Nope, don't say it because I don't want you to remember it wrong. Okay, now remember, there's 2 menus. You've got your internet menu of File, Edit, View, the typical one, and of course, your first impulse is going to be doing Alt F. Don't do that. Because, of course, if you get stuck up there, then you're going to have to tab all the way back down, or F6 to get back down into your document where you want to be. So really try not to remember the internet menu. You want to remember the Google Docs menu. Now, Alt/ will get you up there, and it automatically brings you to your help. Because, of course, it's expecting you to need help someplace. So just do Alt/, and that's right hand pinky down.
Alt submenu. Search the menu's left parent. Alt + right parent. Type of text.
Yeah, so that's really nice right there. If you really don't know what to do, it does. It takes you to your help menu right away. And if you right arrow, you will also hear accessibility. So right arrow.
Menu. Accessibility submenu. Item.
And it's huge. You've got speak, comments, footnotes. Of course, that's going to be homework. You're going to go through all of that. Continue to right arrow, and you're actually going to pop to the left-hand side of your page.
Submenu.
And there's File. And like I said, about 98% of what you do is going to be under File. So, of course, we want the fastest way to get to File. And, of course, if you right arrow, you're going to hear Edit, View, Insert, Format, Tools, Table. Everything is there that you need to make this document look really fancy right here in the virtual environment. Hit escape and get out of your menu.
Escape, submenu collapsed, limit menus, main, document.
Okay. And you're back in your frame and you hear that. Now, what is the key command? You probably remember this one to get to your file menu.
Is it Alt-Control-F?
Okay, I'm going to stop asking you.
No.
Don't remember it wrong. Okay, what I want you to do is picture the way your hands are positioned. It's Alt-Shift. So on your right hand, Alt-Shift, whether you're using your pinky or your pointer or your ring finger and pointer. Now, this is what helps me. It actually helps me to remember how my fingers are actually positioned in order to remember all these commands, because let's face it, there are thousands and thousands and tens of thousands of commands to remember. So you kind of have to come up with your own tricks, but that's mine, is I actually visualize how my hands are being positioned. So Alt-Shift-F. Now what we love about Alt and Shift is you can do Alt-Shift-E to go to edit, Alt-Shift-V to go to view, Alt-Shift-I to go to insert. That's what we love about Alt-Shift. So Alt-Shift-F to go to your file.
Alt-Shift-F, menu, fun submenu, the through item.
Oh, we love that. Okay, so now what teachers do is they send you their template, and they do not want you writing on their template. So when you pull it up, it will actually say uneditable mode, you cannot do this. Now this one is, but we're going to pretend it is in uneditable, oh I love that word. So you need to make your own copy. Do you remember what the...
So it's D for download.
No. Okay, I'm going to stop asking you. Down arrow to make a copy and listen to the hotkey.
Share dot to accept. Oh, dot rename dot make a copy dot dot dot. C7.
Now, what you're probably remembering is you do want to make your own copy for your hard drive, especially if this is a test you have to study. And that is D for download, and you can save it as a Word document, and those are all very typical common commands. So yeah, if this is something that you know is going to be on a test and you have to study for it, you do not want to having to go into the internet to look at Google Drive all the time. You want to download your own copy, and of course that's under File. But you need to make this your own copy before you can even edit it in a virtual environment. So hit Enter on Make a Copy.
Enter limit menus, copy document dialog. Enter a new document name, edit, copy of carbon underline footprint underline flyer 14.
Now, what the teachers will want is you to keep that name. So, of course, when you share it back to them, everybody else's names is carbon footprint, but you don't want to do copy of. They always want your name on this. It's automatically selected, so you need to right or left arrow to get that unselected. And now you need to hit Home to get to Home.
C.
And you want to get rid of copy of. Now you heard copy of, and you just heard C. If you Control Delete, let you know you need to get rid of two words, copy and and one more time. Okay, so now you're going to put Mary Ann's and then do a space.
A-N-N-E, S.
Okay, and do a space. And now it's Mary Ann's carbon footprint. Beautiful. Now, because we already went through this once, it's going to tell you you already have this. So I want you to put 2 in there. As in Mary Ann's second copy. Yeah, just put the number 2.
Space.
And a space. Good. So it needs to be a different name than what you've already saved in your drive. Now go ahead, and it does have the option of share it with the same people. Well, if you've done a lot of edits in there, yeah, you want to do that. But we're just going to OK it. So tab to OK.
Share it with the same team, tab, OK button.
So just so you know, you have those options, because that's what occurs in the virtual environment is you guys are, team working here. Okay, beautiful.
Yams 2 carbon underline footprint underline flyer 14 1 docs Google docs .
Now, this is big time. The teachers really want you to work within this virtual document. And the nice thing about this is it automatically saves everything that you are doing here. So your first is just the title. I want you to hit your end, and you're going to hit Enter. You're actually going to do a space between the title and your work. So end.
End.
Okay, and Enter.
Enter.
Okay, and just put by Mary Ann, just so you can put text in here.
D-Y space F-A-R-I-N-N-E.
Okay, so I'm going to go back to the example I told you about. I have a student. His math teacher is pretty much 100% all Google. So the teacher wants all the work done in here, and all those images that say object, object, image, image within Word, they don't in the virtual environment. It will actually tell them that they are entering an equation or fraction or whatever those fancy symbols are, and it will read the whole problem to them. So it's wonderful. I mean, it's so accessible in Google. So anyway, I'll be teaching the student how to do that. So you have entered this work. It has automatically saved in your drive, so it is sitting back in your Google Drive. Now at the end, you want to go ahead and you want to download your own copy so you can have it on your hard drive. So I want you to go to your file and I want you to go to download as. So Alt-Shift on the right hand.
Menu, file submenu, D,
Good, and F on, good. And D for download. And of course, underneath that submenu, you have all the different ways that you can save it, but let's face it, Word is, good to go. Hit enter.
Enter, leaving menus, free. Opening variants, new carbon underline footprint underline
Yep.
fire.
And there's the typical way, and I always tell the kids, yes, just open it, because typically they have to study it right away also, so just hit enter. So if they need to work on it in class or whatever, or if they haven't learned the commands yet.
Variants, new carbon underline
Okay,
footprint
go ahead and enable editing on that.
right there, dash like. File tab F. S.
Good.
Microsoft Word
And
document.
enable. Excellent. Okay. And just, and you escaped out of your dialog box. Just so the audience knows what you just did, you escaped out of that dialog box where you need to actually name it and save it. Okay, so now this is your copy. You've got it saved on your hard drive. You can go ahead and use this as your study copy. If the students have not learned all the commands yet, they're going to have to do it here, and then they need to upload it back to their drive. Okay, so let's Alt-Tab back to your Google.
Alt-Tab, variants, new carbon underline footprint underline flyer, Alt-Tab, Skype trademark left
Ah,
bracket.
you passed that, girly twirly.
Alt-Tab, variants, new carbon underline footprint underline flyer.
That's Word, so you need to Alt-Tab to your internet.
Skype trademark left bracket, new right bracket.
Sit on your Alt.
Variants, new carbon
One
underline
more.
Tab, variants, new carbon underline
That.
footprint. Flyer 14-1 docs dash
Yeah,
Google doc dash
Firefox.
Zilla.
Okay.
Yeah.
So big things are when you're collaborating with people, you could hit your applications key, and I'm going to have you do that first unless you remember the comments command. Do you?
No.
Okay. So when you forget, we always like that backup. You're going to hit your applications key. You're going to down arrow to comment. That's the big thing. The teacher wants you opening up work, and she wants you making comments throughout the document, and that's how kids are editing each other's papers. So if you can't remember the command yet, I want you to hit your applications key because I'm going to make you do that several times here.
Menu, paste shortcut control plus V, shortcut control plus Alt plus Shift plus I, research apostrophe variant. Shortcut
Your name is new, and that's where the cursor was. That's the reason why it says research it. So if you want to define or research it, you can go to a really big word like you don't know what it means and hit it here, and the research will automatically come up in the define. And so it will tell you the definition of it or, the background of it. So that's what's really nice about that if your cursor is on it. Down arrow.
comment shortcut control plus Alt plus
Okay,
F.
you're going to remember Control Alt M because I'm going to make you do several comments through here. Hit Enter.
Enter. Leaving menus, comments, dialog, author variant, dialog.
Now, what happens is on the right-hand side, a comment box opens up. So go ahead and type your comment in this. So it's actually not within the paper. It's it's like track changes. It gives you an external comment. Okay, so go ahead and just say, love that name. Do something, yeah.
Period.
Okay, and then when you get done with that, you're going to tab to comment, and that will actually insert it.
Tab, comment button, post comment.
And spacebar.
Space. Frame.
Perfect.
Document region.
Okay. And you heard frame, document region. So as soon as you're done doing the comment, you pop right back into your document. If you do not hear that, then you forgot to tab to your comment box and you're still stuck in your edit box. So once you know that though, and you don't have to tab to comment, remember, enter is the default for closing any box. So then you can just type your comment, hit enter, and you're done. And you just must need to hear frame. Okay, I want you to control down arrow to jump to your first paragraph.
I did.
Okay, so that one doesn't want to work. So down arrow.
Blank. Do you believe that our average ninth grader blank? Effect, do we alone have up climate change?
So down arrow, try one more time.
Blank. This is
And
your
when it says blank, you really do have a blank line there.
Okay.
Yeah. And now hit home, though. I want you to make a comment at the start of this.
home. Yes.
Now, let me tell you, braille displays are really nice. Especially when you're doing math. It really is pretty much a necessity.
Oh, I use it a lot.
Yeah, I'm just making it in general comment so everybody else knows.
I about need 2 braille displays, let me tell you.
Yeah. Okay, so I want you to go ahead and make a comment here. What's the command for comment?
Alt Control M.
Okay, it kind of sounded like a question more than a statement, so I do want you to hit your application.
It's M, I know.
Good. So you're learning the first part of it, but don't do it. You already know a wrong keyboard command will take you someplace you do not want to go. So don't guess. You're going to hit your applications key, and you're going to see what it is again.
Shortcut, comment, shortcut, control, plus alt, plus N.
So you were right, but until you can say that with 100% confirmation, don't guess.
Right.
Go and check. Okay. And did you notice your define and research was on this because that's where your cursor is? Did you notice that? Up arrow.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay. I actually don't want you to hit it that way. I want you to hit escape and go out because I want you to practice the command. That's the way we're going to remember it. Okay. Now, Control-Alt-M to insert your comment box.
Comments dialog, author variant edit dialog.
Beautiful. Okay. Go ahead and just make a comment.
G-O-O-D-Smith-O-R-K.
Okay. So at this point, I just want you to hit enter.
Enter.
Okay. Now, your comment box just gave you another space, so you do have to comment. Just be aware NVDA and JAWS and, your particular version will work slightly differently. But you do need to tab to comment.
Tab, comment button, post comment.
Now, the way you knew that is it did not say you were back in your main frame.
Right.
That's how you know, yeah. Okay, hit enter or space bar and comment.
Space.
I did.
Document region.
Yeah. But you said you did.
It needs to be a space bar, not an enter.
Oh, yeah, it needs to be a space bar and not an enter. And, of course, the way you know what to do is if you do not hear mainframe and that you're back in your document, then you still are stuck in your comment box. Yeah. Okay, beautiful. Now, I want you to go up to your View menu. What do you think the hotkey command is?
Alt-Shift-V.
Try it. If Alt-Shift-F left you to File.
Yeah.
Alt-Shift-V, menu, view sub-menu to move through items, press up or down arrow.
Okay, and don't we love that? Okay, so down arrow and just listen to your View menu.
Menu bar, print layout, P semicolon.
Yeah, you want print layout. So if for some reason that gets changed and it's reading differently, just go up to your View and make sure print layout is selected.
Menu, mode, M semicolon.
Right arrow, just so you can see what's under mode.
Edit document directly.
Okay, so this is editing mode, down arrow.
Suggested edits become suggestions.
Okay, so edits become suggestions, down arrow.
Do it, read or print final document.
Okay, so those are your different modes. Typically, you always want to be in edit mode, but you can also do your edits become suggestions so you see all the different edit modes also. So left arrow to go back.
Mode, M semicolon.
Okay, and the rest is going to be homework. I do want you to make note of the Show Equation toolbar. I want you to go ahead and we're going to go back to accessibility. I want to show you where your shortcut key commands are. It'll give you a whole list. To escape.
Escape, mode,
And now go ahead and go to accessibility.
I would assume that that's Alt Shift.
Don't assume, because it's going to be
Okay.
something you don't realize. Now, you do know help is Alt/.
Right.
So Alt/ to help, because you know accessibility. Yeah. Now,
Plus
oh,
slash.
I'll take that back. It's actually under help. Down arrow to keyboard shortcuts.
Menu, docs help, page semi, record a problem bar, record a view slash keyboard shortcuts.
Okay,
Case
when you hit enter on that, it's going to open a whole new window, and all the keyboard shortcuts are there. So you can kind of study up on what they are. Okay, nice job. And then, of course, everything's automatically saved. So at this point, oh, you want to share it. Go to your file. We're going to share it. We need to do that also. And you can just do your command, hit escape, yep, and go to your file.
Alt F menu file
Oh.
friends and neighbors along with them.
Okay, now you pop back there. So Alt Shift M.
Alt,
Always remember the different, and
Yeah,
stop for a second and don't, because you do. You saw the problem. You got up into your file menu and then you had to tab out and it's just falderall. So do double check yourself before you go to your menu. Okay, and down arrow to share and enter.
Enter. Leaving menu. Dialog. Computer.
And we're just going to share. Yep, and enter. We'll share it with me.
Share with us. Dialog.
Tab.
Tab. Access level.
Always make sure it says can edit, because you're doing this with your class. You can add a note. We're not going to, and you're sending it.
Sharing on share with others people beyond. Send comments and send it. Cancel
Okay, now, because you've already saved it, it says, are you sharing to me, who is not in the Google Apps organization, that this item belongs to? Yes, you do. So spacebar and yes, you do want it. But if you accidentally goofed on that, you can tab to no.
Space.
Okay, space did not work, so you're going to do enter.
Enter.
Okay, you may have lost focus. Tab.
Tab. Are you sure? Heading level 2.
Tab again.
Tab. Yes button.
There you go, and space.
Space. Dialog. Share with others. Frame. Share with others. Dialog. Add more people. Edit combo.
Perfect. Okay, so what JAWS does, just so you didn't get confused by that, it popped back into the edit box and it said share with other people, as in if you could immediately jump, and you could, if you were fast enough, you could type someone else's edit in there, but then it disappeared. And so if you want to share it with somebody else, you can add as many names in there as you want. Okay, that's perfect. I'll email this to you and to have something to study. That's